that we had talked about before, we had talked about that issue, was the fact that there's, for people that have been in those situations, there is help for those people.
Yeah, there's actually most of the groups, like in this state specifically, there's a safe house that Master SAR has. And anybody in this lifestyle could help. I mean, what he will do, he will take these, you know, if need be, will take the people out, put them in the safe house, help them find work, help them get reestablished. Because there is a difference. A lot of these people that practice this lifestyle are really abusers, and they're not really lifestylers. So it's, and we don't want, responsible people don't want anybody hurt. We don't want to have to become the drawing for the riffraff. You know, we take pride in what we do. We live this lifestyle. We're very concerned about the people we're involved with. We try to help people that that are in trouble. This Master SAR, he has a couple different houses that they will take a submissive in that's being abused, that has been basically treated like dirt, and help them get reestablished, help their lives get started over again. And it's just basically operated on donations from other members of this lifestyle. We have to try to take care of our own. Because a lot of these people, you can't go to the police. That's, I mean, oh, I allowed myself to be, you know, you tell the police, I've allowed myself to be tied up and beat, and, well, he just didn't stop in time. I mean, that just doesn't really cut it much with the local law enforcement. So we have to help ourselves out. We have to look out for our own people. We don't have a lot of resources outside of this lifestyle that we can turn to.
We talk about the trainee aspects. Do you find that as a teacher of other people, that does it differ in any way, say, from training someone how to drive a car or something like that?
Yes. Yes, it does. Excuse me. One of the things that I find interesting is somebody who is a dominant, especially if they start in this lifestyle and got a couple months in it. They have this tendency to think they can do everything. We are Superman. We can do this. We can do that. You have to humble them a little bit to get them to listen. Plus, and in the aspect you mentioned about training a submissive, the fear factor. We have, the submissive has such a high fear factor because of what can happen to her. So a lot of time is spent establishing the dialogue that I've talked about before, the communication, the building up the trust. You got to get rid of the fear. You can teach somebody to drive a car in a matter of days. You can't teach somebody about how to live this lifestyle in that amount of time. This is difficult, especially if they want to do it well, if they want to take precautions. It's really not as easy as giving a command. It really isn't, because every command you give, you have to get a reaction to it, and even if a person listens, you could be doing them damage by giving them a command that's going to emotionally bother them. So you gotta, there's a lot of work that you have to put into it, a lot more than a lot of other things. It was easier for me to learn about aircraft than it was about this lifestyle.
People are going to find that funny.
Yeah, I know it. But I was considered one of the best in aviation. I was certified by most of the major airlines. I'd work on all their aircraft. I worked helping GE with engine designs and for jet engines, and this is harder.
Why is it harder?
Because of the subtleties. Because of the personal, because of the individuals involved. Everyone is so different. Everybody that you're involved with. And there's a lot of times logic doesn't even come into play. You got to think with emotions, and that was hard. I am a logical person. I can tell you why planes fly. It's a simple, you know, it's simple mathematics. But to learn all the subtleties of this lifestyle so you don't hurt people, both mentally, well, always, emotionally, mentally, and physically, that takes a lot of work to, okay, I can do this for one person, I can't do this for another. I'm sorry, aircraft are really easy in comparison to that kind of stuff. It's, they're all fundamentally the same.